Premiumization at its simplest is about choices. Consumers globally have more freedom than ever to trade up in some areas, to spend less in others, to really focus their spending on those things that matter most. For a manufacturer, for a brand, the key is making that emotional connection, making your product matter in consumers' lives. And increasingly, this isn't just a niche strategy. We're seeing more of a hollowing out of the middle. We're seeing a lot of mass market brands with slower growth. We're seeing volume growth become harder to come by, especially in a lot of aging developed markets. And so in a lot of ways, premiumization is not simply about value creation, about value growth, although of course it is about that. It's also about value preservation. It's about maintaining your brand. It's not simply a niche strategy. In many cases, increasingly, it's a matter of premiumization or commoditization. One of the biggest changes we're seeing in how premiumization is done, in what drives premiumization, is the way that community and loyalty and personalization have all become much larger components of what we call premiumization. And I think a good example of that can be found in China, where we have a brand called Xiaohongshu, or Little Red Book. What that really grew out of was an online community for travelers, Chinese travelers, who would share their accounts, their lists of products which they were buying overseas. And these were usually luxury products. Over time, this developed into more and more of a community. Over time, it developed into a place to actually buy products, not just to tell the world about them. And became has become a rather important retailer in its own right. And I think it's a great example of how the most successful brands, the ones that really make that emotional connection in consumers' lives, are those that combine community, they combine personalization, sharing a bit of yourself with your friends and with other shoppers, with that element of curation, that ability to find what we need, that ability to discover new products and new ideas. Brands looking to pursue a premium strategy, perhaps the biggest opportunity is the sheer explosion in consumer data that's out there. The potential for more personalization, for more targeted products, is greater than ever. It's also more necessary than ever, especially among higher income consumers, among older higher income consumers. We're seeing a greater desire to spend not just on personalized products, but for products that make us better, whether that's in terms of our health, whether that's in terms of our general knowledge, whether it's in terms of our overall well-being. This idea that in a social media-driven age, we are increasingly spending more on ourselves, on our own bodies, and the image that we present to the world. And that's really going to drive a lot of the conversation about premiumization over the next 5 to 10 years. Put simply, the biggest challenge for any brand looking to pursue a premium strategy is that today's premium can quickly become tomorrow's commodity. Consumer tastes, consumer spending practices are shifting faster than ever. The pace of innovation is increasing. The need for deeper, more targeted personalization is becoming more important than ever. And so for those brands pursuing a premium strategy, it's important to never rest on one's laurels. There's always going to be another brand looking to provide the same service at a lower price with a greater degree of personalization than ever.